of 4C6. And the many mentors I've had from this district are probably what helped get me to where I was when I was very, very active. And I look back and knowing people like Tony Pashota, Larry Dries, some guy by the name of Joe DeDuca, Ray Cabrera, Virgil Williams. Virgil was like the godfather of this district. When I was first starting to run for office, everybody told me, if you want to carry 4C6, you better have him behind you. And Virgil's been with me all the way. And then I was going to be out of town for, and I go through, and probably one of the first guys that I really got to know when he served with a guy in our district by the name of Vic, Bob Froome and Judy. They were the guests at our installation then. That's probably my first real contact with the mobile district level. So it was with Bob Forns in your district, and Bob and I bonded. I was a guest at your convention. He was a guest at my convention. You bond with somebody from your council, and Bob Hitchborn and I were very, very close friends. And looking through Leon Costello, I still see him occasionally. I think he's still alive down in 4A2 with me. So I see him down there. Schroeder you see on a boat down in Southern California now when we're down there. Rene DeLuna is living in my district, and he's still a very active Lion. We do a special Kids Day project where we have 1,300 to 1,500 physically and mentally challenged children out at Renee's ranch. And we have a day for special needs children out there. Roger Hartzell moved away. Tom Scanlon, I knew of course, from the... many of you don't know that you had a Lion down, started the Era of the Lion, and we had an organization in our district that was also providing free hearing aids, and we merged the two and into one. I think some camps, or too many of this or too many of that, but we covered Northern California. The Southern California Lions, they knew they covered Southern California. It impacted me a lot, and I thank you for that. There's another guy who's impacted me quite a bit over the past few years, and that's Rick Silvera. And Rick, with the A.J. Robinson, has been extremely helpful to me. I've used that A.J. Robinson on several occasions. Once I took it into San Quentin, and we did the inmates in there with free eye exams and free glasses, and then on several other occasions in District 4C3 we borrowed that. And I think really, if you want to expand on your donation basis for that, you ought to make it available when it's not available in your district, in our district, and raise some money up there also. Linda and I will see if we can't get Lions in Sight to make a donation to it. We've been pretty fortunate. I've gotten a couple of people who I knew over the years. When they passed away, they left us some pretty good money in their wills. One lady left us, you ready for this? We shouldn't leave us the money, but a guy passed, one of the members of my Lions Club, which is Danville, by the way. This guy in my club died, and he gave us a house that he bought in 1946. How many know Alamo, California? Yeah, 9/10 of an acre. But the house was, I mean, yeah, it had to go. And you know what she bought the land for? She bought it for a pasture for her horse. She gave us $1.3 million for it. So it shows you how some things can work. Another story I'd like to tell is, how many have heard of, what's his name there? Ken Barron. How many have heard of Ken Barron? A lot of the sports people probably have heard of him. He used to own the Seattle Seahawks football team. He started out as a car salesman in Wisconsin, went to Florida, became a real estate person, made a lot of money in real estate, moved to California, and built a little place in Alamo called Blackhawk. He built that place. And he's the guy that started the Wheelchair Foundation. $1 million for cataract, and at that point he belonged to Rotary. And Rotary does nothing good like we do, of course. So I get a call from one of his staff saying, we've got a Chinese guy who wants to give money, but he wants cataract surgeries off the coast of China. I said, well, we do something with that, okay, of course. And this was around when we know about our program. And he goes back to Bering and he says, Bering is interested in working with the Lions. I said, okay, let me call Oakbrook and set up a meeting for him. So we call Oakbrook and Oakbrook says, sure, send him, we'll pay for him to come back here and we'll be more than happy to talk to him about cataract surgeries. So I tell Bering, they're inviting you back to Oakbrook. LCIF wants to chat with you. They'll pay your airfare. He says, nah, I don't need their airfare. He says, I've got my own 707 that'll take me back. He goes back to Oakbrook. They wine him and dine him. They take him out. They know he owns the Seattle football team. They take him out, meet Mike Ditka, to explain our cataract programs. A final question. Ken, are you going to give us that $1 million? And Ken says, no, I've thought about it. He says, I'm not going to give you $1 million. I'm going to give you $7 million. So he just died about a month ago, and I'll be going to his funeral next week to pick up that check. I don't think I'm going to get the check, but I'm going to go to his funeral. So, I mean, you never know where this stuff is going to take you. I don't know if most of you know Rick's theme for the coming year. Keeping the dream